Good morning, all dear children. How are you all? I hope you are doing well, staying home, staying safe. Yes, because you are, as we planned to start your 10th standard, it was all sudden lockdown, sudden closing of schools. Like we were in dilemma, what is happening, and all. We came to the conscious after 3 to 4 days, like what is happening actually. Because it is getting delayed day by day, we plan to start the online classes for you. I mean, from LKG to 9th class, we are already running the online classes with the help of Lead School at Home. But for 10th, it is different, right? Our syllabus is different, everything is different. So, because of that, we are your teachers itself are teaching in online class. I hope you are understanding all the subjects which has happened till now, like maths is finished, like biology, social, all those. I hope you are understanding clearly. I am here to teach you physical science of your 10th standard. Yes. So before going into your syllabus, I just wanted to recall a few things which you have learned in 7th and 8th standards. Yes. So you have learned about the reflection of the objects or reflection of light on the plane mirrors, right? Just I will show you like how you have learned how these images are getting reflected in the plane mirrors, how the image is forming in the plane mirrors. All this you have already learned. I'll just give you a brief explanation once again, like how the images are getting or the objects are getting reflected on the plane mirrors. Suppose this is an object which is placed behind the mirror, which is behind the mirror, and suppose if you imagine this is the ray passing from the object to the mirror, and for the plane mirrors you already know this is the normal. Any line drawn perpendicular to the surface of the mirror is considered as the normal. Here the object is passing, the ray from the object is passing to the mirror, and this ray which is passing, the ray which is passing from the object to the mirror is called as an incident ray, and the angle made by that incident ray with the normal is called as an incident angle. And when this ray falls on the mirror, it reflects back, making the same angle with the normal as of incident. Okay, so this is called as a reflected ray. This is called as reflected ray, and the reflected ray also makes the same angle with the normal like the incident. So according to the first law of reflection, the angle of incidence is equals to the angle of reflection. So suppose if you imagine there is another ray passing from the object here. This is just an example, children. This is one more incident ray. I am considering this as the normal, and this is an incident angle, and this is the angle of reflection. Angle of reflection. So as per the first law of reflection, what is it? Angle of incidence is equals to the angle of reflection. So here also from the object the ray will be passing on, falling on the mirror, making an angle of incidence, and that ray will be reflected back, making an angle of reflection. So this is the first law of reflection. So now if we project this angle of reflections with the both reflected rays will be meeting at this spot. Okay, this is where the image of the object is appeared in the mirror. Okay, so here if we observe the distance of the object behind in front of the mirror, the distance of the object in front of the mirror is also equal to the distance of the image from the mirror. So this both the distances in front of the mirror and inside the mirror which we observe, both are at the same distance. Okay, so this is how the objects or the light or anything, the images which are getting reflected are showing the images in the mirror and forming the angles with the normal. So this is what you have already learnt in your previous classes. So this is about the plane surfaces. This is about the plane mirrors. So in this class you are going to learn not only plane mirrors but the reflection of light on the curved surfaces. This is the name of the chapter also, reflection of light at curved surfaces. This is your chapter name, reflection of light at curved surfaces. So as you have studied the reflection of light or objects, any objects on at plane mirrors, now you are going to study about the reflection of light at curved surfaces. You might be getting the questions like how is the images forming in the curved surfaces? Is it same like the plane mirrors? Is it same like the plane mirrors? Sometimes you might be observing in some mirrors we will be appearing bulged. In some mirrors we will be appearing thin. What are these mirrors? How they are designed? And you might have been having the doubts in the vehicles. Are the mirrors used in the automobiles or vehicles are the same plane mirrors which we see regularly, or is there any difference? Why the objects in the automobile mirrors are appear to be small? All these questions you might be getting in your mind, right? And whether this angle of incidence is equals to angle of reflection according to the first law of reflection, is it applicable to all types of mirrors? This type of questions you might be having, right? So these questions will be answered by the time we complete this chapter. Okay, so whether the angle of incidence and angle of reflection are equal for all the surfaces, how the images are get, or how the reflection is taking place in the curved surfaces, how the images are forming in the curved surfaces, all these are the objectives or the learning outcomes of this chapter. Okay, so yes, before going into the to learn about the curved surfaces, so I just wanted to explain you something more. Yeah, so we studied, right, that the angle of incidence is equals to the angle of reflection. So I will say an object the light ray or the any ray, if we consider the light ray is falling on the surface, any light ray which is falling on the surface, suppose this is a light ray falling on the surface, the point where this light ray is falling, that point is called as point of incidence. Point of incidence. Okay, so the light ray falling at the point of incidence makes the angle with the normal and reflects back, making the same angle with the normal. Okay, so for anything, if we find it, and this law is applicable for all types of surfaces according to the first law of reflection. For all types of surfaces, this law is applicable, that is angle of incidence is equals to the angle of reflection. This is applicable to all the types of surfaces. But it is easy to find normal for the plane surfaces. Any line which is perpendicular to the surface of the normal of the plane mirror, then all such lines are called as normals. Okay, but what if it is the curved surface, or what if it is some different surface? How we can draw the normal? So to find, if anyone can find out the normal for any type of surfaces, we can easily find out the angle of incidence and the angle of reflection are equal. So first of all, we have to study how we have to find out the normal the curved surfaces. Okay, so to study about this normal, how to find out the normal for the curved surfaces, I am going to make a small activity for you. So this is the first activity. So before going into this activity, children, as you know that after explanation of my topic, I will make you all read whatever happened till now. So before going further, you just pause the video here, open your textbook which I have forwarded through PDF into your mobile phones, into your parents' mobile phones. Open that PDF and read till here what I had explained till now. Okay, if you are having any doubts, just text me. I will clear you tomorrow. Okay, so next I am going for the activity 1. You just, before going to the activity 1, once again I am reminding you, read the textbook whatever I have explained till now. Before activity 1, whatever it is there, you just read it, and if you have any doubts, just comment me. Okay. Yes. So activity 1. So activity 1 is how to find the normal for the curved surfaces. So we know for the plane surfaces, it is nothing but any line which is perpendicular to the surface can be considered as the normals. So but how it is for the curved surfaces? Suppose, just imagine this is a plane surface now. I am just taking the ball pins. and putting them here one by one. You can see, right? Is it visible in the video? Yes, you can see it, right? Yes, this is the plane mirror, and you can see the pins, right? You can see the pins? Yes. So these pins are here can be considered as the normals for this plane mirror, because this is a plane mirror and these pins are exactly perpendicular to the surface. So this can be considered as the normals for the plane mirror. But what we have to know, how we can find the normal for the curved surfaces. So the material which I am using is called as foam, and the other materials which I am using to represent the normal are ball pins. Okay, this is the foam which I am representing the plane surface, and now I am making it a curved surface now by bending it in this way. So you can observe the pins now. So when the surface is bent in this form, this is called as a concave mirror. What is this? When the surface is in this shape, okay, this type of mirror, this type of surface is called concave surface, and this type of mirror is called a concave mirror. Okay, and when I bend it in the backward direction, in this way, that means if it is the surface is in this direction, this type of surface is called as a convex surface. Okay,